What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Galar Goodbye Gauntlet. As always, I am Carter Noble, and today we have none other than Mr. Papi Cantan with us. What's up, dude?
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing?
We're gonna be playing some Series 8 today. I'm excited for that. What do you think, man?
Well, this is gonna be tough for me because it's been a while since I've played VGC in general, and Series 8 was the first format I started with.
Oh, I thought you had been playing before that.
No, man.
Interesting.
Yeah, it started right about when COVID started. I was in an accident, and I just had nothing to do but lay in bed and play Pokemon.
Gotcha. I thought you had been around for what feels like forever at this point. So I just assumed you had started way before then, but who knows? I could be way wrong.
Yeah.
So Series 8 was the first time we actually got to play with Restricteds in Sword and Shield. So this is the first time we actually get to see how good the box legendaries are, being Zacian and Zamazenta, as well as like Eternatus. And then of course we have the returning cast of all the other Restricteds that are legal as well. So here's the thing. Zacian's really good.
Yeah.
Zamazenta, on the other hand, not so good.
Yeah.
And then, like, Eternatus is like, whatever.
Yeah, it's a little upsetting that Zamazenta never got body press.
Dude, that single-handedly would have made it much better. Like, that's all it needs.
That's all it needed.
It feels like such a missed opportunity to not give it body press. And I'm sure we're not the first ones to ever say this on record. But man, does it just feel like so demoralizing that it doesn't have it.
I think it would have made the box legendaries so much more powerful than they should have been, because you already got one in Zacian. He just gets that +1 attack and Behemoth Blade.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get body press with that +1 defense on Zamazenta. If they ever did it, and it's just, they would be unstoppable, honestly.
And like, Eternatus is fine. There's the like super offensive like Meteor Beam or Life Orb sets running around. You have like it has a very good move pool and it's very fast. The downside to it is there's just like Groudon and Landorus everywhere in this format too. It's like, and that's ignoring the fact that we also have like Cali Ice and Cali Shadow running around as well, and both of those just kind of beat it up. So like, as much as I really love Eternatus, it just again was never one that was really good.
It's outclassed by literally everything.
Yeah, essentially.
That's not to say that. I mean, I remember Dynamax Cannon. It's like super strong.
Yeah, it's Behemoth Blade, but coming off of a huge special attack.
Right, and I think it was one match I was playing on ladder, and I got as soon as I maxed one, I think it was a Groudon in one game, and I just took one Dynamax hit, and that was it. It was an Oko, and I was flabbergasted. My jaw dropped. I was so surprised how strong it was, and since then I haven't really underestimated Eternatus, but at the same time, it's outclassed by a lot. Anyways,
the fact that
it's so strong.
Yeah, it's coming off of a base 145 special attack. That's absolutely absurd levels of powerful. But of course, it has that drawback of it can't Dynamax, so it has to do something to make up for it. Right. So having this really powerful attack in Dynamax Cannon, and then what is its other signature move? Because it was cool and got two of them. Yeah, it got let's see. Oh, Eterna Beam.
Beam.
Just Hyper Beam, but slightly more powerful and also Dragon type. So.
Oh wow.
It's a base 160 Hyper Beam. So
It's insane. Wow.
Yeah, just absolutely absurd. And of course, you have like Meteor Beam as well, which just with your Power Herb takes you over the top. It's really cool, and it's really unfortunate that it was just never as good as I wanted it to be. The other new members of the cast here are the Callies, both of which are absolutely absurd as well.
Oh my lord, they're just too good.
Dude, it's
Calyrex Ice being my favorite of the two.
Agreed.
Just because I love Trick Room.
Agreed.
How bulky and offensive it is.
Yeah, huge attack stat of 165, absurd bulk of 100, 150, 130. But the downside is you have a base 50 speed. Oh no. Oh, look at that. You also get access to Trick Room. So, like...
Not a problem.
And then, of course, you have your absurd attack here in Glacial Lance, being a base 130 spread attack that's also stab. You have a lot of the Calyrexes were running around with like weakness policy, and like you would Dynamax it, because you aren't the slowest thing under Trick Room. You are a base 50, so you can pair this with like Dusclops to proc your policy and then just go to town. Just absolutely insane. One of my favorite restricteds. I would love to see this return in the future generations, just because of how well it plays, like as it's on its own.
Yeah.
On the flip side of that, we have Cali Shadow, which, oh no, it's not bulky, but it has a base 150 speed and a base 165 special attack. So when you're able to outspeed everything and just do massive amounts of damage thanks to Life Orb, Choice Specs, or just even Focus Sash so you can always live a hit, you're able to pick up KOs because, oh, look at that. Once you get one, it starts steamrolling because of Grimnay. These two Pokemon are absolutely insane.
And those like, I wouldn't say niche, but those sets where it was running a Choice Specs, and behind like redirection or something like Regieleki to kind of speed control your way super high, like hyper offensive teams, which is insanely good. Cali Shadow and Cali Ice are just amazing mods, man. Just can introduce so many like insanely strong legendaries and restricteds. It's
for sure
incredible.
For sure. And like you mentioned, we have Regieleki as well, which was legal in Series 7 before this. But this is when we really got to see just how powerful Eleki could be. To the point where, you're mostly like running around with like Focus Sash. You have your speed controls, so you're able to outpace everything else. You have like Volt Switch. You have your Thunderbolt. You have max Airstream off of Bounce. Just Eleki is one of those Pokemon that definitely did not get the respect it deserved when it first came out. And this is the series I think that it really started to just pop off and show people, hey, I'm better than anyone else thinks I am.
Right. Since I started with Series 8, I kind of had that respect coming in because I knew it was everywhere. I didn't know the history it had until like a lot of people said it wasn't really super viable in its previous format, but like in Series 8 it was wild. And then going forward into the future series, it's just even like worse. It's just so much better. Because then there was new sets to explore, but sticking to Series 8, it was just such a good utility mon. And even had some like offensive applications with like magnet sets, including Transistor, like T-Ball, and just doing an insane amount of damage to just everything. It's just incredible. And how it can outspeed. It outspeeds everything. Literally everything. And
I know you haven't seen the episode with Series 7 where Angelo was on. One, because it's not out yet. But him and I talked about it, and it's just like Eleki is able to outspeed things under Tailwind on its own. Like,
Right.
there are just some Pokemon that literally can't outpace Eleki. It doesn't
It's
matter.
absolute nonsense. Oh my god.
Like, the I ran Turbo Shroom there in a couple different series, and to outpace Eleki, not only do you have to have max speed Tailwind, you also need Scarf. So, like, you essentially need 3 times your max speed to outpace the fastest Pokemon in the game.
Yeah. Oh my god. Regieleki's great, man. Look, I'd like.
Yeah, it's insane. It's absolutely insane.
And I mean, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention, the goat of all goats, Incineroar. Just how well it fits into every single team and just about every format it was legal in. And with Intimidate, Parting Shot, Fake Out, it's utility, it's bulk. It's just Incin is another great mon that's like it's a glue to so many teams.
For sure, dude.
Series 8, it wasn't any different. Wow. You can pivot it out, intimidate again, just keep cycling in and out. It's incredible.
The other thing that I think was really showcased in this format was the return of Kyogre and Groudon. Kyogre was and is just one of the best restricteds of all times. It will always, always, always have a place, regardless of like what else the format looks like. I can't imagine a restricted format where Kyogre isn't viable. Like that's just how insane it is.
Right. And I know just from trolling lurking different Discord servers, I would see people would say that Kyogre and Groudon wouldn't be as viable without their primal forms. But then like in Series 8, it just turned everything on its head and said, okay, these two are viable. Even like Max just brings them to a new viability.
Dude, that's the thing. Kyogre didn't even need Max to be good. You just
Water Spout is super good.
Yeah, you just run it next to a form of speed control and it outpaces everything and one shots them.
Right.
On the flip side, Groudon is one of the Pokemon that really benefited from having Dynamax. The downside, of course, is that Incin is everywhere. You have access to like Intimidate, but to flip side that, you have like White Herb or Sword Stains Groudons that's running around just to be like, oh, you have Incin. Oh no, take this Max Quake, get out of here. Like it. I can't remember the number of times where I'm playing Groudon, I max, my opponent switches into Incin, and I'm just like, I don't care. Get out of my lobby, kids. Sit down. It's like, oh, actually, I'm Shuka Berry. I'm like, okay, well, that's fine. You can live, I guess.
But I'll get you next turn. That's funny. Yeah, I mean, Groudon is just another really good mod as well. I've always, out of the two, since I started playing Pokemon around Ruby and Sapphire, and those were the two restricted, or like two mons I kind of knew a lot about going into Series 8. But, I mean, two really great ones. Like you said, Kyogre doesn't really need Max. It just can auto-click Water Spout. Or hope to God it does not miss an Origin Pulse.
Yeah.
Yeah, it pretty much can sweep an entire team.
Poppy, did I lose you?
Yeah, for a sec.
Okay. You're back. I can hear you again. But yeah, just, man, Groudon and Kyogre are absolutely bananas. They're just so good. And I'm very excited to have Scarlet and Violet come back so we can have a format where they aren't around again. I'm very excited to get back to a limited decks format and get rid of all the restricteds. They, as much fun as it is to play with them, after a while, man, I just get worn down. And moving on with, the series, the next several series are going to be all restricted formats. So, if you see my attitude towards the game just kind of drop over the next few episodes.
We know why.
It's probably because I'm going to get bodied in all of them, but that's besides the point.
I mean, I didn't mind it. It was the first one I started with. So, like, when the other formats became, like, restricted formats, I'm like, okay, I'm used to that.
Mm-hmm.
I can play this, but when, not to throw shade or be salty, but Series 13 is too much for me.
Dude, I agree. I very much agree.
Yeah.
I tried laddering when the ladder first came on, and I played about 4 games. I'm just like, I don't know what I'm doing wrong in this format, but nothing seems to be clicking. And that's going to be, like, when that video goes up, it's going to be a format I just don't know. I'm going to have to go grab a team and be like, I hope I know what all the Pokemon do.
Yeah. Like, you're just going in blind, almost.
Essentially, yeah.
Our game, yeah.
Like, I know what Magirna does, that's about it.
Yeah, just because of mythicals. It's introducing new things again.
It's strange just how little, like, how much adding so few Pokemon can do to a format.
Right.
Because if you take Series 7, take with, the good cores there, and now you add a single restricted to each team, just how drastically more powerful this format is. And then,
just change things.
In Series 12, you get another restricted. And then in Series 13, you can add mythicals too. It's just like, the power creep of these formats is just like absolutely insane. But
it's to me, it's a good way to go out.
I agree. I think this is something that a lot of people have wanted for a while, and to finally be like, this is why we don't run formats with these Pokemon is a very good thing, I think.
I agree.
I'm really hoping it silences a lot of the, we need to play with mythicals and VGC. Just like, no, stop it.
Right. Oh, yeah. I'm excited to play this match.
I am too, man. I think I'm good to go if you are.
Yeah, I'm good to go.
Cool. Then we will get paired up here for game number 1. I will see you then.
All right, buddy. Good luck. Have fun.
Yeah, of course. Good luck. Have fun. All right. So as we are getting paired up here, I guess we can talk about the team just a little bit. This team is another one I found on Victory Road. It's really sick team. Pretty standard of like what the format looked like at the time. We are doing Zacian plus Sun. So our Sun core of Torkoal, Charizard, and Venusaur. And then we have Grimmsnarl and Lando to round it out. So this is essentially just like the Rinya Sun team before we had access to Groudon as well. It's really, really powerful. I believe this won one of the like Victory Road finals, like one of the Victory Road teams events. I'm not. Let me see if I can. This is by Pizzello. So shout outs to them for providing the team. It's really sick. I'm very excited for this. Let's see what we can do here. Oh, fantastic. Okay, so assuming we're playing an exact mirror match, this just got very interesting. I think Landers is very important for the matchup. We're able to really put on pressure against like opposing Charizard. Of course, we have access to like dealing with Zacian, thanks to Intimidate. I think Charizard's also very important. I think Zacian and Grimmsnarl are where I want to round the team out. I don't think I'm particularly in love with Venusaur. And we're probably going to look to max either Charizard or Landorus depending on the situation here. I think I like leading Landorus here. This is really interesting and not at all what I anticipated when we started this. So I'm excited to see how well this goes. Well, this is wild. I am in love with everything going on currently. Oh man, what do I want to do here? I think Reflect is really important. And I think I'm going to U-turn off of their Grimmsnarl and swap out here. Man, this is wild. I don't know what to say. I think Grimmsnarl is actually really important for this match as well. Just being able to like paralyze things and being able to have this extra bulk thanks to Reflect is really important. Am I playing myself? Like, oh man, this is insane. This is absolutely insane. I think I'm gonna go into Charizard here. Like, if he's willing to give up his Zacian, I'm gonna go into Charizard and kind of blow this thing up. And I think I'm gonna T-Wave Zacian and go for Wildfire into it. It feels obligated to swap out here. And going for this early Dynamax could be really punishing. But I think also just applying a ton of pressure to the Zacian is very good. Okay, he is going to stay in, so this could just be a Protect coming out. Which, if that's the case, I still feel pretty safe about our position. Okay, Zacian does Protect, that's fine. Question is do we set Light Screen or do we go for the T-Wave into my Charizard? Okay. Don't get parried, Zard. Don't get parried one time. Thank you. Okay. So now we have Wildfire up. I still don't think he's very safe to stay in here with Zacian. I do think getting a para off on it is very important. So I think I am going to just T-Wave that slot. And I think I'm going to Airstream the Grimmsnarl slot this turn. He could set Light Screen. I just kind of want to be able to make sure I can outpace him with speed. He's going to withdraw the Zacian. That's also fine. He's going to bring back out Landorus. And I'm assuming this is going to be Light Screen going up this turn from him. Okay. So the fact that he won the speed tie on turn 1 is actually really good for us because it allowed us to like pivot around it appropriately. That's really good damage. I'm assuming Zard is his last Pokemon as well. And Grimmsnarl kind of just goes down to like another thing of Wildfire-ship here, so I can kind of ignore it and just go for like the double up here into Lando. Okay, Zard is faster. Is Para half? This is just something I can't remember. I don't know why I can't remember. Half, okay. So Lando should still be able to outspeed me. Okay, there's the Rock Tomb, but we live. Don't get parried one time. Okay, so we get to claim the Lando here. Oh, maybe not. I guess I am at -2 on the Grimmsnarl. And thanks to the speed drop, Grimmsnarl is also able to outpace me. But I'm sure this is still enough. Maybe not. Oh yeah, nowhere near it. Okay. Oh no, that's really bad. That's really bad. Okay. This is kind of fine, though. I can Spirit Break, take out his Grimmsnarl, and I'm just going to protect Charizard this turn. If he wants to go for another Rock Tomb into that slot, I feel fine about that. Also been very lucky to not get a single full para so far. Okay. And our Grimmsnarl outpaces his because we have the speed boost on ours. So no chance of that like not going well for us. So we brought the same 4. But the downside here is I don't have Light Screen up yet. I also really want to para his Zard. I'm just going to go for the AP. I am at -1. I should probably preserve this. But man, I think both of our other Pokemon are much better. I think like the off chance that we can get like an AP boost here, this is really good. Letting his Charizard do whatever it wants is kind of fine. I am at neutral speed on my Zard, so after a para on his end, we're going to be speed tied again, unless I can get the boost off of AP, at which point I'll be faster unless he goes for Airstream instead of Wildfire this turn. He could just Rock Tomb Charizard and then I die, which if that's the case, I'm kind of fine. Just Airstream into Zard, which is enough to take me out. So if this is a Rock Tomb, it's going to be into my Grimmsnarl, which will bring me back down to neutral. So I really need to just preserve... Oh, we're not a mirror. He's Life Orb. I am not. I'm Wakan. Interesting. That's actually really good. It's really good info to gain. And after this this para, my Lando is going to be faster. Which will allow me to fly into his Lando slot to take it out. So far, that's been the only difference between our teams is he's Life Orb Zard. Which means his Venu is probably Koba? Or Sash. His Charizard's still faster as well. Interesting. His Charizard is faster than my Landorus. at +1. Which, this is going to be enough to take out my Grimmsnarl, right? Yeah. Okay. I mean, we're kind of in a fine position here. He can preserve his Lando by swapping out. How many more turns of screens are there? Last turn of Reflect. Also his last turn of... Okay. I think going for Protect here is probably the safest play. I don't think Substitute's where I want to be yet. I wonder if his Zacian has Sub. Oh, Lord. Okay. Interesting. Interesting to go there for Fly and not... not EQ. Okay, no more Reflects on either side. But now I can sub and Rock Tomb his Zard. Okay. Perfect. Okay. This is all kind of just going according to plan. Downside is Zacian's not looking too healthy over there. This might come down to a speed tie, I think. I mean, I think I just have to take this out. Problem is his Lando's also faster than mine. I think I lose this game. Man, I was not ready for the mirror, though. This is absurd. This is awesome. This has been really fun. Good Protect. Yeah, he just goes for EQ, which will be enough to take out my Zacian. Man, if I protected with Zacian this turn, I think I could have won. Well, now I get to rub in that I lost because he crit. Not relevant, but I can claim it is. Man, really close game. Maybe he doesn't have... Maybe he doesn't have Sacred Sword. Alright, yeah, Behemoth Blade. Maybe he's for status move Zacian. Sick game. Sick game. Maybe I want to do Sun things. Like, I think Lando is very good. But I also think, like, just putting his team to sleep can be very impactful. The downside is he has Grimmsnarl, which can just neutralize me by paralyzing me. And then I'm right back to square one. I think if I'm able to deal with his Grimmsnarl I think I'm gonna lead Zacian here, actually. I think I want... Do I want Venu? Hard pivoting to Venu is really interesting. Like, it lets me outpace his Zacian in the end game. Torkoal lines up okay against Zacian. You know what? I'm doing it. I'm going to hard pivot here. I think Zard and Lando are both very good here, but I think having this Sun angle can be very impactful for us. Interesting. Interesting lead. So I can give up my Zacian here. I think I have to T-Wave the Zard, just on the off chance that... Oh, I think this is what I'm going to do. Okay, he's going to withdraw the Grimmsnarl. He's going to go into Lando. No, he's going to go into Torkoal. We're both out here making some plays. Interesting. And just para. Para yourself. Para yourself. If I can get through this turn by having my sub up, I think we're in such a good position. Dang. Oh! Oh, hold on. Like, I lose my Grimmsnarl, but, like... Hold on. I really, really need him to get parried. I'm gonna max guard my Venu this turn. And I think I have to target down his Zard here. This is probably gonna be like a heat wave coming out from the Torkoal. This turn's really interesting. This match is really interesting. Like, he has to have Torkoal, Zacian as his last, right? Like, you don't just not bring Zacian? Maybe you do, because Zacian doesn't line up well against Torkoal, Zard, Lando. Maybe that's an angle I should have explored more. Like, if I had Zard here, I'm in such a good position because I bring mine out. I can AP into the Torkoal this turn because he would max guard his Zard. I think I should have explored that angle more. Okay. Okay. Oh. Alright, well, suddenly I'm in a very good position. Like, I do take Wildfire Chip here. But, like, Zacian doesn't really care. Man. This is not Max Strike, this is Max Flare. I need to remember that. So I can Quake into the Torkoal. I think this is the play this turn. Perfect. Perfect. This might KO. Awesome. Alright, suddenly we're in a very good position. We have Sun up that we didn't even set. His Dynamax is over. The only thing he got out of his Dynamax is like my Grimmsnarl and then Wildfire. Whereas I got a special defense boost and I'm going to get Vine Lash up. So here's the thing. He can only set one screen with his Grimmsnarl now too. So either he sets Reflect into my Zacian, or he gets to set Light Screen or pair up my Venu. Very interesting. Okay, so he does have Zacian as his last. I think I just Max Strike the Zacian. And I Behemoth Blade into his Grimmsnarl. Okay, this is fine. I don't get Vine Lash up, but I don't think I need it. Because now I get to one-shot his Grim. We know he's Light Clay, so this is a guaranteed KO. And I still have Torkoal in the back as well. And my Zacian's behind sub, so... yeah, this is very, very good. And I get to preserve the information that I have Weather Ball. I'm gonna go for Earth Power here and Behemoth Blade. He can protect this turn, but there's a chance it fails. This should just be into Venu, I would think. Get the guaranteed KO there. Yep, okay. But then I'm gonna do just massive damage back to him, and I still have Torkoal. He's not able to one-shot both of my Pokemon this turn. Whereas I am able to pick up the KO. Yeah, Sun's over. Wildfire's over. Okay. Going to a game 3 in the mirror. Man. This is really interesting. Do I leave Zacian at home to bring Zard? Man. Zacian was just so good there. The fact that he didn't target down my Zacian is just absurd. I think we're just going to do the same lead. I think I leave Torkoal at home and bring Zard instead. But I really need Sun to make Venu good. I really, really need Sun to make Venu good. Man, this is hard. Pokemon's hard, guys. I think I like the matchup I brought. I think this is fine. Okay, Grimmsnarl Orlando is his lead. I think I just stay in with Zacian and I go for sub. I could also just double his Grimmsnarl here. I think it's actually really important that I don't get my Zacian paralyzed. So going for the Protect here while I do some chip into Grimmsnarl I think is really good. He could Rock Tomb into my... Okay, he just goes for Reflect, he goes for a U-turn. Is he going back into Zard here? Interesting. Very, very interesting. Okay, he's just gonna bring out his own Zacian. I mean, he just protects that this turn, right? So he doesn't get parried. I mean, that's good damage. For -1, that's really good damage. I think I go for Reflect, and I think I swap out into Torkoal here. Because I anticipate him to protect his Zacian this turn, which if that's the case, I can go for the Thunder Wave next turn into it. And I expect him to T-Wave into my Zacian this turn. Perfect. Exactly what I thought. Oh, he didn't protect. Oh. Well, that's unfortunate. But that gives me Venu now. Problem is, I'm just gonna get parried by everything. Oh, this is really awkward. Oh my gosh, I don't know what to do. I think I'm just gonna get parried out of this game. I think I need to Vine Lash his Grimmsnarl and Yawn his Zacian this turn. I can see him protecting Zacian. I think I lost because I lost my Grimmsnarl and I didn't get like anything out of it. Like I got Reflect up, but I'm just going to lose to Grimmsnarl I think because it's going to be able to para everything. His Zacian does just protect, that's fine. You should just set light screen here. Yep. I could have sleep powdered the Grimmsnarl this turn had I thought about it. Because then I don't get parried. Oh, I mean that's also just fine. Because now it should go down, right? Oh, that's really close. I don't think it's enough. Dang it. Dang it, dang it, dang it. Okay. So we max guard this turn. And we Burning Jealousy. is I bet he goes for a Behemoth Blade into my Venu, and if we can get this Burning Jealousy off, I feel really good, because this should be T-Wave, and then, yep, and Grimmsnarl's going to go down this turn. Okay, so we're in a really good position now, especially if we can hit this. Okay, perfect. This might be enough to take out Zacian. No, nowhere near it. He has Light Screen up. What am I talking about? Alright, nice crit. I'm going to win this game because I crit. That's really good damage. We know he has Lando in the back. We don't know his fourth. It's Zard. Okay. I mean, I can yawn his Zard. And I can quake his Zacian. No. I am not quaking because he can swap out. I'm going to max... Yes. Yes. I'm going to yawn his Zard. I still have Zacian in the back, which can win here. And I don't think he's swapping. So this could be Airstream, which if it is, I'm fine with that. Because I'm going to lose my Venu then. Okay, Zacian just protects, but it's going to go down to Weather Ball plus Chip. Oh, that's really close. I don't think it's enough. Wildfire is 100% enough to take out my Venu here. Thanks, son. I mean, there's a chance. Don't get parried this turn, Torkoal. Perfect. Alright, so now he either loses his Zard because it goes to sleep. Oh, that's really unfortunate. Because he's able to swap out into Lando this turn. I think because he went for Wildfire, I'm safe to sub here. I have Reflect up, right? I do. And I have Vine Lash this turn. So I'm going to sub. And I'm going to Burning Jealousy. Okay, he is going to withdraw. He's going to go into Lando here. This is really good. I am going to go to -1 on my Zacian, which is unfortunate. But I think we win now. Because he loses Zacian here. Oh, come on. We live this unless he crits. We live unless he crits. Hell yeah. I get out of this turn with the substitute up, which is absolutely huge. We Burning Jealousy, which does connect. Doesn't do a lot to Lando, but that's fine. We don't need it to. Sun is now over. Okay. Oh, I forgot Wildfire on my Zacian. His Lando doesn't have Protect. His Zard might. We haven't seen it. I think I had to yawn the Zard, and that's the only chance I have of winning. I Behemoth Blade the Lando, and I yawned the Zard. He should EQ with Lando this turn. Man, this match has been insane. Okay, he does Protect. If I'm ever gonna get parried, this is the turn to do it. He still has Reflect up. Oh, yep. I think we lost. If there's EQ, that's gonna be enough to take out my sub, and then I lose Zacian. Man. Yep, that's game. That's insane. This match was awesome. Oh, man. I mean, like, the para on Torkoal actually didn't end up mattering. But, man, it could have gone way worse. That could have gone way, way worse with those paras. He played this exceptionally well, and I'm really excited to talk to him about it post-game. Well, that was a match. If you can believe it, this is the first mirror match we've had on the show.
Oh, wow. I had a feeling you would go with the same team. I didn't know, like, I was kind of gambling it. I had talked to Mocha early when we had first planned to do this video.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, hey, man, I remember playing the qualifier. Or that's my first, like, tournament thing I tried with the VGC. I'm like, you're the winner. Let me try your team. And he just sent me over the paste, and I whipped up the team.
Oh,
I know Carter featured me on a few videos.
I did. I hadn't actually put 2 and 2 together that it was his. Because the one I got was from Victory Road. And there was a few minor differences between our teams. I know you were Life Orb on Zard. I was Wakan. If I remember correctly, his Venu was Sash.
Policy.
Oh, it was Policy. Okay. Yeah. Because he has screens, so you can just live every hit.
Yeah, I had noticed that Life Orb on the Venu. I'm like, oh, this isn't an exact mirror.
Uh-huh.
So,
I noticed it game 1 when you had the Life Orb chip on Zard. I'm like, huh. His Zacian also wasn't sub, right?
Right. Oh, no, it was sub.
Oh, was it? Okay.
I just didn't find a right time to use it.
Gotcha. Yeah, game 3, I'm just like, man, I don't think I can beat this Grimmsnarl. I think it just is going to paralyze everything, and then I lose. And I realized the second too late that the turn I maxed Venu, you were like able to set up light screen. And had I just gone for Sleep Powder in that slot instead and just like ignore the Grimmsnarl, like I think I win that game there too. Because then you just are never able to pair up my Venu.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking you were going for. That's why I set up the light screen instead of trying to T-wave anything. And just gamble on you. Kind of just trying to deal with the Grimmsnarl instead of... What was the move? You were focusing on Grimmsnarl.
What did I do?
You Vine lashed into the Grimmsnarl and I protected Zacian.
Yes.
And my hope was that you would just quake into Zacian and I could set up. I was thinking initially I thought, hey, if I protect, I can T-wave the Venusaur. And then I second guessed myself and said, no, just in case, let me set up light screen because I already have reflect up. So that way, if you
Carl here with
target Grimmsnarl, I know I can survive the Vine Lash. And I didn't know if I could survive that chip. But I just barely hung on. So I thought I'd, a save T-wave for the next turn. See if it happens or not, if it goes off. So that was like my thinking of it. So, and it ultimately kind of paid off because, if you had focused differently, I would have lost that game.
Yeah, for sure. That game 3 was really close, and something like in preview for game 3, I had a serious thought of leaving Zacian behind and instead bringing like Lando, because I think Lando's really important for the matchup. It just lines up so well against essentially everything besides like exactly Grimmsnarl, which you're also immune to paralysis from Grimmsnarl. So it's like it has a lot of utility basically everywhere. And so I'm just like, man, I seriously sat here for about 20 or 30 seconds just trying to think, like, specifically, do I need Zacian? And if so, how badly do I need it? Like, is Lando more important? And I finally just came to the conclusion that I'm just like, I think Zacian is probably the more impactful Pokemon. I think it, is able to put in so much pressure on literally everything. Like, look at Game 2. I did 70% to Charizard as a resisted hit with Behemoth Blade.
Yeah, insane.
Yeah,
that was insane.
Yeah, just absolutely bananas. Just like, well, I guess, like, we just do everything to everything. It was, yeah. Zacian's absurd, and I'm very excited to play against it for the next few weeks. And then never see it again for like 2 years.
Fingers crossed.
For sure.
But Game 1, like, my plan was pretty much go Lando.
Mm-hmm.
Front, with Grimmsnarl, set up screens. Exactly what I did. And it was almost an exact...
Yeah, I mean, we brought the exact same 4 Pokemon. Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, okay, he's maxing right now, so let me try to hold off on this max.
Mm-hmm.
So I can offset. But then like ultimately, like, it came down to 1v1, which came in my favor, which was great, but like, that was very close as well. And then game 2, like,
the thing about Game 1 is because you won the speed tie on turn 1 with your Lando, I was able to position myself in such a way that I was able to threaten your Zacian immediately.
right.
Which is really important, I think, to note. Because otherwise it's just like, well, we're in this really awkward stalemate now of like, what do I do? Because I can go into my Zacian and then continue to play this game of like speed tying every turn and hoping that like I am faster, or I can just put on a ton of pressure immediately. It was sick. This match is absolutely insane, and probably like I said, obviously I was not ready for an exact mirror, but it was just awesome. I was really, really excited to play this. Poppy, did I lose you again? Poppy?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, there you are.
Oh, sorry. What was I? Game 2. I thought I'd just full send it. Once.
Yeah, you're gone.
Can you hear me now?
No, there you are.
Yeah, sorry, my phone has issues sometimes with Discord calls. Can you hear me?
Uh-huh.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, sorry.
You were talking about Game 2.
Oh yeah. Game 2, I thought I'd just like full send it with Zard. That's why I went Grimmsnarl and Zard and switched to Turkle.
Uh-huh.
Kind of instantly pressure you, but Venusaur was too good.
And I do think that like the interaction there of like Zard versus Venu in the sun, like I have speed control, but like you obviously just one-shot me if I don't play this correctly, and like I played that really well. I pivoted appropriately, defended when I needed to, essentially stalled out your max, and just like, all right, now I get to put on a ton of pressure here. So I like, obviously Game 2 worked out for me, but I do think that there was like, I think the assessment that like I Dynamaxed too aggressively Game 1 is accurate. I I think there's like an argument to like go into Zacian there and like try to play this speed war game, try to play aggressive if can be, but I don't know. I also think game 3 was really close. It was really close to being able to work out for me, and I think in hindsight, I think Zacian, had it been Landorus, I think it probably works out better for me. But I don't know, man.
That one, I mean, I thought game 1, my plan kind of worked out.
Mm-hmm.
It's just about like making the right play and here and there.
Mm-hmm.
With I think it came down to setting up those screens when I did.
Yeah, for sure.
If I did it too early, then I wasn't sure when you were gonna max because you didn't max like turn 1 or turn 2. So I'm like, yeah, let me just play this a little more carefully and just set up screens, be defensive, and then like when the opportunity presented itself, just put on the pressure I could put on.
Yeah, it was cool. This match was awesome, man.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun.
Before we call it a day, do you have anything that you want to plug? Twitter, anything?
No, not really. Just if you want to follow me on Twitter, it's at Papi Cantan. If not, that's okay. Um, Other than that, no, I had a lot of fun, and thanks for letting me be a part of this and join your guys' community. It's been
Of course,
a
dude.
wild ride.
Of course, it has been
every minute of it.
It has been a journey to say the least.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, I've obviously I've loved every minute that you've been a part of this. From just constantly harassing me to constantly harassing me.
Yeah. There's no in between.
Yeah, exactly. That's your like motive. It's just like, yeah, I'm gonna make Carter's day as miserable as I can.
Carter's online harass mode activate.
But
So.
I think that's gonna be it for today, everyone. Thank you all so much for watching. Shout outs to Papi for joining us and taking down the match today. And as always, like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you next week with some more this fantastic series. Next week we've got a good one. We've already got it recorded and everything, so I'm excited to see how it goes. So as always, have a fantastic day and we'll see you next week. Have a good one. Peace.